Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Silliman University Junior Financial Executives Virtual Pinning Ceremony. Just a little update that will begin in a short while as we're waiting for a few faculty members. Thank you so much, and once again, we'll begin in a short while.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am acknowledging the presence of our College Dean, Attorney Gloria G. Futalan. Ma'am, thank you very much for coming and a good afternoon to you.
Did I make you wait? Um, I should have been told somebody should just have, an hour ago or early this afternoon should have just reminded me. So anyway, thank you for the wait. Thank you for Mr. Honterial who texted me a few minutes back. I'm ready, and I know you are.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Enrica, you have the floor, please.
A pleasant afternoon to us all present at this juncture. We are here today to celebrate the Silliman University's Junior Financial Executives, the pioneering batch of 2022's virtual pinning ceremony, held this January 15, 2022. I hope you all are keeping safe and healthy, whether you may be tuning in from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Today will be a celebration for all of your accomplishments and dedication that you have placed in the previous school year. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Enrica Dinopol, and I will be your host for this prestigious event. Well, without further ado, let us begin today's event with the opening prayer to be followed by the national anthem.
There are days I've taken more than I can give, and there are choices that I've made that I wouldn't make again. I've had my share of laughter, of tears and troubled times. This has been the story of my life. I have won and I have lost. I've got it right sometimes, but sometimes I did not. Life's been a journey. I've seen joy, I've seen regret. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. You were there when it all came down on me, when I was blinded by my fears and I struggled to believe. But in those unclear moments, you were the one keeping me strong. This is how the story's always gone. I have won and I have lost. I got it right sometimes, but sometimes I did not. Life's been a journey. I've seen joy, I've seen regret. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Through all of it. And this is who you are, more constant than the stars up in the sky. All these years of our lives, I look back and I see you. Right now I still do, and I'm always going to. I have won and I lost. I got it right sometimes, but sometimes I did not. Life's been a journey. I've seen joy, I've seen regret. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. I have won and I have lost. I got it right sometimes, but sometimes I did not. Life's been a journey. I've seen joy, I've seen regret. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have been my God through all of it. Oh, and you have
Mayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong baka, may ginagawang tula at awit sa pangayang minamahal. Ang kislat ng watawat mo'y tagun ay nananirinig, ang bituin at araw ng kailan, ang may maghihiling.
At this juncture, allow me to call on our ever so dynamic and supportive College of Business Administration Dean, Dr. Gloria G. Futalan, for the opening remarks.
Thank you very much, Enrica. I think I know you. You are the little lady. I would just still say little because I know your father and I met you years ago. So thank you for the invitation and my apologies once again. In reality, we are challenged by the kind of setup that we are made to accept at this time when the pandemic is still on. But that should not deter us from also giving meaning and significance to the event that we are holding this afternoon. So before anything else, I'd like to congratulate all 24 of you for making it. You are the first batch, the pioneering group. And always when it's the first time, there are a lot of reservations on whether the setup is going to work, your internship or your practical engagement outside the classroom and the usual theoretical class discussions would work. Now, I also would want to give credit before I go on to your department program coordinator, Assistant Professor Honterial, and your faculty, because I know without them, you guys would not be able to reach or come this far. Financial management hopefuls. All right. When you set foot at CBA, I was pretty sure, and I know when you did make that decision, with or without the help of people close to you, I know you did one right decision for yourself. Finance is not going to go passe. It will not be replaced by any other function because whether we like it or not, it's not only in the corporate world where financial managers are needed. So I would say that there's that vast opportunities waiting for all of you. And we just have to make things right today as we prepare ourselves for our work engagement. Now, this is not the best time, I know, to talk about what is there to expect on a day-to-day basis in terms of social interaction, because we are going to be limited to what is allowed us. And what is allowed at this time is to hold our out of the classroom activity on still a virtual basis. But I dare say to you that you should be a part of where the action is still. I begin by saying the corporate world is changing rapidly, and so is other sectors, insofar as the need for the expertise on managing financial resources. I would just focus this afternoon on what would you be expected when you are out there spending the required number of hours but doing it virtually. I say it's not as experienced by those ahead of you in other programs. Their engagement was, to some of them, a very trying one, because undeniably, when you get to learn and learn from the ones ahead of you, that social component is supposed to be a significant part of the entire learning process. But for those who found it quite easy to assimilate themselves and adjust to the setup, I'm trying to recall what some of them said. One, and this is very important, one of them said, when you spend your hours working for for an organization or for an establishment, and the intention is to gain more knowledge and apply what you have learned, you should be several steps ahead. What did she mean by that? When asked, while the student was sharing, she said, you have to upgrade your skills. Okay? So whether we like it or not, we are limited by technology. And technology by itself is a challenging one. Sometimes when it's not on our side, we tend to give in, and what we were supposed to accomplish will not materialize. But according to the student, and I wholeheartedly agree with her, use technology for what it is, refuse to be adversely affected by it. In other words, if technology cannot work on your side, you don't call it quits. You find a way. And preparing yourselves for any eventuality when technology is not on your side would mean still having to go back to what you have learned, using other means of communication, using other people's help. So that's the two sides of technology as it affects you. The other is there are those who felt that their skills were not honed in the last 2 years that we are in this setup. But the positivists, meaning those interns who took it the other way and consider their experience virtually, a promising one said, you've got to have your skills polished, even the most simple ones. And when asked, what are these simple skills? I was really surprised because to me, it's not simple. It's even an art. The answer was listening. So she said, your listening skills must be developed, must be honed. Now I said, to me, listening is an art. It's the beginning of understanding, yes. You have several ways of making sure that this simple but very important skill, which many of you may have already had the opportunity to appreciate, will come in handy as you develop it for this practical exposure of yours. So the need to develop certain skills is necessary. Now, there's another set of skills that you should have, which is closely aligned with technology, which I mentioned, and that's the use, or this is the development of soft skills. And I think I do not have to expound on that because I'm pretty sure you already have an idea. Now, the world of finance is ever changing. It is dynamic, as they say. And at this time, when we are all experiencing difficulty in our respective social lives, you also, I'm pretty sure, know that there were instances when you appreciated certain services, financial services that were made available to you without having to be physically present. Banking, accounting, financial planning, development. These are just some budgetary aspects of a corporation or a business. These are just some of the areas that are affected by the present situation. But hold on to the fact that with you fully equipped, with you making the most out of what you can, this will all just be a passing thing. A year or 2 or 3 later, you will look back and say, I'm glad I put everything I could in my exposure. Because only by doing so, and only by telling yourself and doing it, would you be able to conquer what is there? Would you be able to make the most out of what seemingly is a difficult road to traverse? So I just salute you guys for coming this far. I will always hold on to the idea that at Silliman, at the college where you belong, you have been prepared. And if the preparation at some point proves inadequate, you can always call on any one of us, not just your teachers in the subject where the exposure occurs, but in any other aspect as well. Just call and we would respond and respond in the best way we know. Congratulations once again, and let's look forward to those hours that you will be spending outside of the usual four walls of your classrooms. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dean Putelan, for that very warm welcome. Indeed, it is one happy occasion to keep going despite the constant change in our world. Before we proceed, I would like to ask for everyone to turn their cameras on so that we can see the ever so hardworking seniors of the Financial Management Department. This is indeed your day. Now, proceeding with the program, we recognize that in every journey we encounter, there are challenges, hardships, and breakthroughs, especially as we traverse through a never touched upon online school year. Allow me to call our SU Junior Financial Executive President for the introduction of our speaker, President Ren Salvador O. Malo.
Good afternoon, Enrica. Thank you very much for that introduction. To our ever supportive College Dean, Dr. Gloria G. Futalan, to the Chairperson of the Management Department, Dr. Mirabel J. Encoy, to our esteemed faculty present in the Financial Management Program, headed by the Program Coordinator, Assistant Professor Rene Rafael Junterial, distinguished guests, dear senior students, family and friends, ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful afternoon to us all. I have the honor of introducing to you our inspirational speaker for this afternoon's momentous event. Our speaker has over 4 decades of experience in the financial and banking industry. He graduated with a Bachelor of Business Administration in Accountancy from Silliman University in the year 1978 and passed the CPA licensure exam in the same year. Our speaker has experience with working under prominent firms in the industry, as a staff auditor in the SGV and Company, as a chief of loans in the Republic Planters Bank, to being a district sales director for Negros District under the Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, and at present, he is the executive vice president and the chief operations officer of the Dumaguete City Development Bank. Our speaker is also involved in social civic and charity works, an active Freemason and a past master of Mount Caladias Lodge No. 91 of Dumaguete City, and an active member of the Rotary Club of Dumaguete East. Distinguished guests, family and friends, dear candidates, help me in welcoming to this podium with a virtual round of applause our inspirational speaker for this afternoon's pinning ceremony, Mr. Roel B. Gagaa.
To Dr. Gloria G. Fotalan, Dean of the Issue College of Business Administration, Assistant Professor Rene Honterial, Program Coordinator, Financial Management, to the officers and members of Silliman University Junior Financial Executives, presented by the President, Renz Salvador Malo, and Analog Vince Indo. Good afternoon. One of the most important tasks in any society is the education and training of young people. It is key to employment, progress, and a strong economy and society. Work-related training is of great value for young people that try to enter the labor market. There are different ways of obtaining such training. One is to establish internship programs. Such programs have gradually become common in many universities, which reflect the great value of such programs. It was therefore a very positive step when Silliman University established the student internship program. I would like to emphasize that the benefits of internship programs are many. Firstly, they introduce you, the intern, to potential future work environments, and you are able to decide whether this meets your career wishes and interests. The intern also acquires important supplementary skills during an internship and make contact with potential future employers. This program, therefore, will be your stepping stone to additional opportunities within the same organization, including future employment. Secondly, an internship makes it easier for you to find work and get off to a good start in your career. Fresh out of college, you rarely have anything significant to say in a job interview. No one asks you about your financial management class or what grade you got on a particular subject or a group project. In many sectors, successful job applicants now often may need to demonstrate that they have already completed an internship. Thirdly, internship represents a crossover point between education and career, and may not only help you in your career, but also in planning your future studies. The experience you gain during an internship indicates how you should structure your future studies, particularly when it comes to deciding what aspects you should focus on. An internship and your study focus will thus help you establish your individual career profile. I learned that the university has arranged an internship program with KPMG, one of the 6 major accounting firms in the country. This is definitely a good choice, as I believe they have a good internship program wherein interns are given the opportunity to experience real projects and challenges with their assigned mentors. The present health crisis, however, might spell a big difference in experiencing the real work setting, as personal contact is quite limited or absent at all. Nevertheless, try as much as possible to absorb what your mentors will impart to you. Don't get discouraged if you're assigned grunt work, because everybody should start from the bottom. Just like you, my first job, which I can consider as my internship program, was with an accounting firm, HGB and Companies, CPAs. I call it internship as we were immediately assigned to clients without trainings at all. As the lowest ranking employee, we did all the grunt work, like carrying the bag of your team leader, doing all the dirtiest assignments, like reviewing accounts receivables or conducting inventory counts inside a pure foods freezer on New Year's Eve. These grunt works, however, will serve as a driving force for me to strive to go up in the corporate ladder. During your internship, start filing the names and the contact information of the mentors or professionals you meet. He could be the person who interviewed you for internship, the trainer or analyst you have been assigned to, or the internship coordinator of the company. All these will come in handy when you're looking for a job, especially with KPMG. At the ending of the program, remember to write thank you notes to all the people who helped you. Interpersonal relationship or skills count for a lot in the finance industry and can make a difference in which intern is ultimately hired by the company. Finally, I wish to congratulate Dr. Gloria Fotalan, the Dean of the Issue College of Administration, and Assistant Professor Remy Honterial, the Program Coordinator, for embarking on this laudable program. It is an important measure to facilitate training, integration, employment, and a skilled workforce that will serve as an inspiration for other institutions who may consider similar programs. I also wish to congratulate each and every one of you interns that will be participating in the program. I wish you all the best for the future and that this program will facilitate your integration in the workforce as intended. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ruel. Everyone, join me with a virtual round of applause. I'm certain Mr. Ruel's message have indeed stuck with the hearts of us here today in our virtual pinning ceremony, and we will carry it forward as we face further challenges in life. Of course, we cherish the moments not only learned in our community, but also inside our classrooms, which have nurtured your growth. May I now call on Ms. Cleo Adele C. Rosales, the former president of the SU Junior Financial Executives of the school year 2019 to 2021, for the message of the class.
To the Silliman University College of Business Administration Dean, Dr. Gloria G. Fotalan, to our Financial Management Advisor and Program Coordinator, Assistant Professor Rene Rafael B. Honterial, to the Chairperson of the Management Department, Dr. Mirabel J. Incoy, to the rest of the faculty and staff of the college, to the future financial executives, my fellow batchmates and future interns, families, friends, guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the pioneering batch of financial management students, it is my greatest honor to deliver to you this message from our journey with gratitude and hope. When we first entered the walls of college not long ago, financial management was not the choice of many. As a fresh offering, we started with a number of less than 10, and then slowly grew. Our major classes from late afternoon to late evening were like our best friends. The endless discussions, problem solvings, and case studies were part of our daily routine. But at every class, we look forward to the possible opportunities out there, featuring the life lessons and experiences of our beloved professors. Then the pandemic came. Our fears and doubts on entering the finance world seemed to overpower us. But we never lost sight of the beauty of our course. We never lost hope, and we will continue to fight for our dreams. And we could not have done it without the people surrounding us. To the CBA faculty and staff, especially our professors under the Financial Management Program, Dr. Tejera, Assistant Professors Remoto and Rivera, Mr. Cataylo, and Mrs. Rafal, as well as Dr. Alforque, who has been one of our teachers in our majors. Thank you for providing our educational needs. Thank you for sharing to us your knowledge and stories and helping us grow in this field. To our ever active and supportive advisor, Assistant Professor Honterial, thank you for being a father to us. Indeed, our 2 years of online learning have been tough, but in or out of class, you never fail to motivate us. You never fail to inspire us with lessons and experiences, as well as push us to the limit of our capabilities. Thank you for being a chat away. We would also like to extend our thanks to Attorney Ingrid Tinagan, who has been with us during the first 2 years of our college life. Thank you for being a mother to us. Your continuous support then and now will always be remembered. A special thanks to our parents, our guardians, our families, and friends. Thank you for journeying with us. Thank you for understanding our late night group meetings just to catch up with the deadlines. Thank you for lending your ears when problems and breakdowns arise. Thank you for being our comfort when we doubt ourselves. Thank you for believing in us and for the never ending love right from the start. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Above all, to God Almighty, thank you for leading us to where we are right now. All honor and glory are yours. To end this message, I would like to say that each of us is a work in progress. And we don't just shine, but we burn to know that we are more than just what we know. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cleo. Thus, we have arrived at the most important and awaited point of the program, the presentation of interns, to be followed by the pinning of candidates. A reminder for our seniors to open your cameras for the recognition. At this juncture, let me call on Assistant Professor Rene Rafael B. Hunterial for the presentation of interns.
Good afternoon, everyone. Attorney Gloria G. Putalan, Dean of the College of Business. I present to you 24 senior students as the candidates for our internship program this year.
Thank you. Now, allow me to present to you the 24 seniors for their pinning.
Before the presentation, there has to be an acceptance of the program chair's recommendation for you guys. So let me just respond. By the authority vested in me, by the Vice President for Academic Affairs, who draws authority from the Board of Trustees of this university, I now declare all 24 students of Financial Management Program as this year's official interns. Make your university and college proud. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dean Putalan. With that being said, let us now pin the candidates. I reached T. Albios, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Cheryl Moana Marie C. Amor, your focus determines your reality. Irina Pearl R. Argate, Amlan, Negros Oriental. Celebrate your personal victories because no one else understands what it took to achieve them. Shane P. Badon, Ipil Zamboanga Sibugay. There is no reward without work, no victory without effort, no battle won without risk. Jessa May R. Bendijo, Sindangan, Zamboanga del Norte. When action is inspired, it never feels like effort. Anne Carmelie C. Buagas, Manhuyod, Negros Oriental. Keep looking up. That's the secret of life. Audrey J. Kapinpin, Titay Zamboanga Sibugay. Time you enjoyed wasting is not wasted time. Mavel S. Cacho, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. Put your soul in what and how you want it to be. Ilana Thea A. Sea, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. There are different ways to reach your destination. The path you choose is entirely up to you. Maria Samantha E. Cuenca, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Claudine Hazel B. Tagoy, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. Try to be the best of what you can and do the best of what you have. Maria Alex P. Ferraren, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Gwendolyn A. Flores, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. Great things are not done by impulse, but by a series of small things brought together. Eunice Jane T. Ganhinhin, Sikihor, Sikihor. I know that hopes and efforts are going to thrive in the end. Analu Vince V. Indog, Valencia, Negros Oriental. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Stephanie Dawn B. Montebon, Bacolod City, Negros Occidental. Let everything happen, both beauty and terror. Jonah G. Obelye, Pamplona, Negros Oriental. Put God first, and everything else will fall into place. Mitzelin Joy G. Ragay, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. All our dreams will come true if we have the courage to pursue them. China Marie S. Redillas, Polanco, Zamboanga del Norte. Let your dreams be your wings. Cleo Adele C. Rosales, Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. I consider that our present sufferings are nothing compared to the glory that will be revealed in us. Danielle Ana Cristina S. Sinahon, Lorena Sikihor. Don't be afraid to fail, be afraid not to try. Kyle S. Tilde, Bakong Negros Oriental. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Ira Abigail M. Viloses, Sibulan Negros Oriental. I'll leave tomorrow's problems to tomorrow's me. Sheena P. Vilando, Santa Catalina Negros Oriental. If you want to become successful, seek to become a person of value. Those are our 2021 to 2022 financial executive interns. Another virtual applause for all of us here. Congratulations to our 24 newly pinned interns from the Silliman University Financial Management Department. This is truly a testament of your never-ending perseverance. Your CBA family is certainly proud of all of you. Now for the awarding of certificates, let me call on our SU Junior Financial Executive Internal Vice President, Ms. Jasperl Banog-Banog.
Thank you, Enrica. Good afternoon once again. In behalf of the Silliman University Junior Financial Executives, we thank you, dear teachers and guests, for allotting your time this afternoon. And with this, allow me to give the certificate of appreciation to Mr. Ruel B. Gagaa for imparting his precious time and efforts as guest speaker during the virtual pinning ceremony, given this 15th day of January 2022 at the College of Business Administration, Silliman University, Hibard Avenue, Dumaguete City. Signed by Assistant Professor Rene Rafael B. Hunterial, SUJ Finex Advisor, Ren Salvador Malo, SUJ Finex President, and Analu Vince Indog, 4th year representative. Another certificate of appreciation is given to Dr. Gloria G. Futalan for allotting her precious time and presence during the virtual pinning ceremony, given this 15th day of January 2022 at the College of Business Administration, Silliman University, Hibard Avenue, Dumaguete City. Signed by Assistant Professor Rene Rafael B. Hunterial, Ren Salvador Malo, and Analu Vince Indog. Thank you, ma'am. Another certificate of appreciation is given to our dear advisor and faculties present today. Assistant Professor Rene Rafael B. Hunterial, Dr. Mirabel Incoy, Mr. Roswell Cataylo, Mrs. Wilgie Jan Ninya Rafal, Assistant Professor Christian Ray Rivera, and Dr. Wilma Tejero. We really appreciate and acknowledge your presence this afternoon, and we thank you for your unending support and guidance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jasperl. At this point of the program, can I ask for everyone to turn on their cameras for a quick photo opportunity? We'll wait for a few moments so that I can see if everyone's camera is on, and then I'll wait for the tech team's go signal, if so that we can take a picture. That being said, it's a joy to see all of the beautiful and handsome faces of our seniors who have worked so hard these past school years to get through where they are now. That being said, I think everyone is ready, so I'll count down from 3, 2, and 1, and just keep your smiles because I think there are 2 slides here. That being said, smile on 3, 2, 1, and another one, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Tech team, was that good lang ba on your end? Congratulations once again to all of our seniors and the faculty, of course. Thus, as we near the end of our program, let me call on to our virtual floor our ever so supportive Financial Management Program Coordinator, Assistant Professor Hunterial, for the closing remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we come to the close of this virtual pinning for the pioneering batch of the Silliman University Junior Financial Executives, I'd like first off to thank everyone who made this possible. I'd really like to thank Mr. Malo, the tech committee, Mr. Sun, Jess Pearl, for all the effort you made you undertook to make this ceremony meaningful for the seniors. Okay, I'd really also like to thank Dr. Futalan for giving your time for such an inspiring welcome address with very important lessons, and to Mr. Roel Gaga for the another inspiring message. And I'd like to acknowledge also Ma'am Rafal for attending this ceremony. Thank you very much. And before I go, I'd like to emphasize what was mentioned during the messages, that for all you interns, it is going to be tough being the pioneering batch, but as Ma'am Futalan says, this is your chance to update your skills, to learn, and especially to work on your listening skills. Listening is an art that is so important, and trust me, you will be able to use that skill in the days ahead, and you will be using that during your internship. Also, I'd like to emphasize what Mr. Kaga also mentioned, that think of this internship program as a way to learn and see what you will be needing in the future, how this can help you with further education also. And I'd also like to thank Ma'am Rosales for that class message, especially thanking the parents. Please, whatever you've achieved up to now, most of it comes from the sacrifice of your parents. And so I know this is one of my longer speeches and you were all expecting me to say something really short, but I'll end it now by finally congratulating all 24 of you. Okay, it's not the end, it's the start of your journey, but you've come a long way, and I'm very, very proud of you. So with that, I'd like to close our virtual pinning ceremony. Thank you very much again, everyone who attended.
Thank you so much, Assistant Professor Hunterial. Indeed, although that their journey is just beginning, we have finally reached the end of our program. Congratulations to all our seniors, the pioneering batch of 2022. We will now be concluding the Silliman University Financial Executives Virtual Pinning Ceremony. This has been your host, Enrica Dinopol, and join us in the singing of our Silliman song. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.